All right. Happy Tuesday. Hope y'all are doing well. Wanted to come to you live and share some information about last month's market statistics here in the Kansas City metro area. I am a little bit late getting this to you, so I apologize. And just as a forewarning, we are live, so hopefully no one comes to drop anything off at my house. Otherwise, we will definitely get to hear the doggies going crazy. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you so that you can look at these statistics that we have. Again, these are September results. It's probably going to sound like a broken record. A lot of the things that I'm going to be sharing are things that we've been seeing for a while. So definitely seeing some trends with COVID and different things going on. But here we have our existing home market overview. So obviously we're going to start with the things that I usually take a look at. First of all, closed sales are up, which is kind of surprising because if you look down here at our inventory, we only had 3,479 for the month, which is, if you look up, we closed 3,808. And obviously some of those closed sales came from listings from previous months. But again, our inventory is very, very low, down 52.3% versus the same month last year. And as we go further into the year, we're going to be getting into winter months. So those numbers historically are lower. So it'll be interesting to see how low they go with COVID and everything going on right now as we're going into a slower season with already low inventory. Our average sales price and median sales price, you can see there, they're both up. So again, I don't know if I've said it before, but this is the most concerning thing to me. A lot of people are saying they think the market's going to crash. I'm not going to try to predict anything. But what I would say is I would love for these numbers to stop growing so much. I don't want it to be impossible for people to buy their first home or a starter home. And obviously there are homes that are less than these prices. But I would just like to see that stop increasing. And the only way we're going to see that is if our inventory starts to go up. Because obviously we all know the law of supply and demand from economics. Because we have so little, that's what's driving the price up. So we are definitely in a seller's market, as I'll talk about more with this supply of 1.1 months. And then our days on market, obviously you can see here, are 10 days less than the same month last year. So let's look at some of these things a little bit more closely. First of all, our closed sales, again, I talked about, that is up. So the houses that are out there, as long as they're priced right and they're in good condition, they are selling. So that's a good thing. But we just need more. I mean, that's the bottom line of everything, is we need more inventory. So if this is something that you've considered doing, reach out. If it's not to me, then reach out to your local agent. I offer free market analysis where I can interpret the market for you and tell you what you could list your house for potentially. I'm happy to do that for anybody that might be interested in getting more information. And for those buyers out there, interest rates are still great. So it's still a good time. Just know that it might take a little bit longer to find your perfect house than what it did in years previous. So you can kind of see the trend there. Obviously, November, December, January, and February, we historically see lower closed sales just because of the winter months. So like I said, it'll be really interesting to see how COVID affects that this year. The average sales price, I already talked about that. You see that September is our highest over the last 12 months. So again, would love to see this number stop increasing. Same thing with the median sales price. It is going up and up and up. So those two are the biggest concerns that I have. Obviously, the low inventory is also a concern, but these can all be fixed with the inventory going up. I think the sales prices will stop increasing because that's where I see things causing problems. Here's our days on market. So this is the average number of days between when a property is listed and when an offer is accepted in a given month. So you can see we're at 26. You can see historically November, December, January, February are the higher months. So again, it'll be interesting to see if that continues to be true next month or for this month that we're in, once we see those results. So down, it was 38 and 18, 36, and then 26. So a pretty significant decrease for this year. And you can see it's just been decreasing steadily since March. So again, not a lot of houses, a ton of buyers. My guess is that this will stay steady, probably. It might go up a little bit. But right now, if the inventory levels are still as low as they have been and they're trending, we still have a ton of buyers out there that are looking, and that won't stop. So we just need people, if you've considered selling, to really consider it even more. And I know it's scary because you don't know if you can find a house to purchase in this market that we're in. But it'll be nice when things start to level out a little bit. So here we've got percent of original list price received. So it did go in the wrong direction a little bit from August to September, but you can still see month over month or year, September of 19 versus September of 20, we're still up. So essentially what this is saying is that if you list your home, you should expect to get 98.9% of the list price that you start out at. And that is a phenomenal number. Certainly not an issue. Some houses go for more, some houses go on day one. It kind of just depends. I'm seeing Blue Springs, Lee Summit, Johnson County, Kansas are still very, very, very hot markets. Some of the other smaller towns, obviously they're not quite as hot as some of the other ones. So it kind of just depends on where you're at. If you want more information about your neighborhood or your city, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'm happy to get this information for you for that specific area. Pending sales, we won't talk about that one. Inventory. So again, this is the concerning one. You can see there. Look at the inventory in October of 2019. It was over 7,000. Even September was over 7,000. And we're looking at 3,479 homes. So these were properties available for sale in active status at the end of a given month. So that's quite a decline. Again, this is what is driving those prices up. And this is what is making it so difficult for buyers, because there's not very much out there. And then supply. So taking just a second, I've probably explained this before, but a balanced market is 6 months of inventory. You can see we are at 1.1. So 1.1 means we are very much still in a seller's market. To be balanced, it would be 6. And then to go towards a buyer's market, it's going to be over 6. So you can see we have a long way to come back to even get to a balanced market. So again, all of these factors are leading to the increased sales price that we're seeing and the frustration with the buyers. So if you know of anybody or you yourself are interested in possibly buying or selling, please reach out to me. If not me, then hopefully you have a trusted real estate agent that you can talk to. I would be happy to sit down and go over both processes, either buying or selling with you. And like I said earlier, I do offer free market analysis to be able to determine what I think the appraised value of your home would come in at, which would allow you to decide what you could list it for. So if any of those situations speak to you, please don't hesitate to reach out. Either message me, you can comment, or you can call me directly. I'm happy to help in any way that I can. So I hope you guys have a great rest of the day. It looks like it's gloom and doom out there. So hopefully you're having a good day so far, and have a great rest of the week.